If you like joke characters who try to win by using weak but comedic moves, then Dan is for you in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Dan is a weak character who admittedly does have some good qualities here and there, but we'll cover them a bit later. He has some good combos and damage, but only in specific instances, so you aren't going to be slaying characters like Sentinel with Dan. He does have a complete toolkit however, including lots of taunts, so if you want to be annoying and constantly taunt, there is no better character for you to choose. Some of Dan's pros are that despite being a low tier, he has solid damage when right up close to the enemy. His quickness helps him to rush down if you like to play aggressively too. His level 3, which we'll cover in detail later, does insane damage when it connects. His Dan Kukyaku special is pretty good to use in the air in both combos and in neutral for its mobility and damage. And come on, he's Dan, why wouldn't you want to play as him? Some of Dan's cons are that his air mobility is limited as he lacks an air dash or teleport. He takes around 13% more damage than most characters due to his low defense stat. His special moves are underpowered on purpose. He struggles very hard against zoning, his assists aren't amazing, and his supers leave him open if you miss, so you have to play very carefully with Dan. Out of Dan's 3 assists, I recommend the anti-air. Projectile type is his Godoken, but this has no range at all, so it's very situational. His variety type is his premium sign, and this also has limited range, so overall I'd recommend the anti-air. It's a Shoryuken that's invincible on every 4th use. Standing Light Punch is a generic forward punch. It's fast, but it doesn't do that much damage, so you can use it to start ground combos. Standing Medium Punch does more damage than the previous move, but it's pretty much just combo filler, it's nothing special. Standing Heavy Punch does good damage, but it's slow when compared to Dan's other moves, so make sure to combo into this one. Standing Light Kick is a generic light normal. It has decent range, and you can use it to start combos. Standing Medium Kick hits twice, and it can be comboed into a heavy normal, so use this as combo filler. Standing Heavy Kick is slow, but it does good damage, and it can be cancelled on whiff, so you can use it to quickly build meter. Crouching Light Punch is a generic crouching normal. There's also nothing special about this move. Crouching Medium Punch is like the previous move, but it's combo filler. You could do decent damage, but that's about it. Crouching Heavy Punch is Dan's launcher. It doesn't have good range, so only use this when right up close to the enemy. Crouching Light Kick is another generic normal, but it can lead to decent damage, and it can also catch the enemy off guard. Crouching Medium Kick is generic combo filler, but it can be special and super cancelled, so you can use this for good damage combos. Crouching Heavy Kick is a sweep that knocks the opponent down, so you can use it to stop the enemy's pressure for a bit. Jumping Light Punch is a quick air normal, but it does low damage, so you're not going to be using this move very often. Jumping Medium Punch is more of the same, so it's pretty much just combo filler for you to use. Jumping Heavy Punch sends the enemy down to the ground if they're in the air. It's not a bad idea to end air combos with this move. Jumping Light Kick is a generic air normal, but it comes out slower than Jumping Light Punch, so use that move instead. Jumping Medium Kick is just more generic combo filler, so it's not special at all. Jumping Heavy Kick, like Jumping Heavy Punch, sends the enemy towards the ground on hit, but it has a long horizontal hitbox. Godoken is performed with quarter circle forward and punch, and this move has, to be honest, pathetic range. The range on this move is so bad in fact, to the point where I think it's best to view this move as an extended normal rather than a regular projectile. The heavy version stays out for slightly longer than the light version, but it's still not that good. Koryuken is performed with the DP motion and punch. This move, interestingly enough, is only invincible on every 4th use, and you can see this because Dan will flash white when he does it. It does decent damage, and the heavy version goes further upwards than the light version. Dan Kukyaku is performed with quarter circle back and either kick, either on the ground or in the air, and it's Dan's version of a Tatsu. This move is great to use in the air for mobility, as it makes up for Dan's lack of an air dash. The light version hits once, but doesn't knock down, and the heavy version hits 3 times, knocks down, and does more damage. Heavy is also a great combo ender. Premium Sign is performed with quarter circle forward and kick, and it's one of my favourite moves ever for how funny it looks. The light version starts up fast, but has poor downwards range. The heavy version, however, takes forever to start up, but the range is much better. You can cancel the startup into another move, however, so it's possible to cancel it into Raging Demon if the enemy blocks, which we'll get to in a bit. Shinku Godoken is performed with quarter circle forward and both punches, and it's a short range projectile that hits multiple times and does good damage. In the corner, you can combo after it due to how fast the recovery is. It's also a decent solo combo ender. Koryureka is performed with quarter circle forward and both kicks, and the second hit is an OTG, so you can use this super after a sweep for good damage. It has poor range however, so make sure not to miss or else you're gonna get punished big time. If you have a character who has an air super like Storm with a Hailstorm super for example, use Koryureka to DHC into that for even more damage. Otoko Michi is performed with heavy punch, light kick, back, and light punch twice. It's Dan's version of Akuma's Raging Demon, and on hit, it does 100 points of damage to the opponent, which is huge. However, it also leaves Dan at 1 pixel of health, so you can't use this move without thinking. The most basic Dan combo is the Magic series, but here are some other combos for you to use. Dan's best partners, in my opinion, are characters that can help him get in and do damage from up close due to him not being able to zone. Honestly, my recommendations are to put him with top tiers like Sentinel, Storm, Cable, Psylocke, etc. Or to put him with other low tier characters for a funny joke team. In all honesty, if you're playing Dan, you're most likely not playing the game with a serious competitive mindset. So don't worry about the partners too much, just put him on a team you have fun with and enjoy. That's all I've got for Dan in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Overall, Dan is a weak but a pretty fun character to use. His taunts and surprisingly decent damage can make him a threat when used well, but he's mainly used to troll the enemy with taunts and disrespect. Thanks for watching, I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next one.